The galaxy's not gonna save itself, bruh. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Mass Effect missions. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at the various quest lines across this stellar sci-fi series that provided the most entertaining set pieces and iconic moments for players, whether they're from the main story or from DLC. As such, be prepared for a huge, unfiltered wave of spoilers.
You mean the rest of you are getting paid for this?
Here we go.
Number 10, Dossier Archangel, Mass Effect 2. In order to take out the Collectors, Shepard was either going to need an army or just a really good team. Lucky for us, the team wasn't just competent, but also full of dynamic and complex characters we would soon learn to love. Their recruitment missions were nothing to scoff at either, with the standout being when Shepard tried to take down the mercenary known as Archangel. And wouldn't you know it, it turned out to be our old pal
Garrus, what are you doing here?
Just keeping my skills sharp.
There's little time to celebrate the reunion, however, as now we have to gun our way through 3 well-armed mercenary groups who are all trying to kill him: Eclipse, the Blue Suns, and the Blood Pack. Nothing a few calibrations can't fix, though.
If I'm walking into hell, I want someone I trust at my side.
You realize this plan has me walking into hell too. Just like old times.
Number 9, Race Against Time, Mass Effect.
Relay will open. The Reapers will return.
The conclusion to the first game certainly delivered when it came to ramping up the tension. With the villainous Saren close to accomplishing his goal of summoning the Reapers, the whole thing turns into a race against the clock. Shepard and company must take the Mako for a spin in order to reach the conduit, leading to a battle across the surface of the Citadel until they reach Saren himself.
I was afraid you wouldn't make it in time, Shepard.
In time for what?
The final confrontation.
Regardless of Paragon or Renegade dialogue, it really won't stop the indoctrinated Turian from turning into a synthetic monster in dire need of being put down. Number 8, Reaper IFF, Mass Effect 2.
Dr. Chundana believes they would have decayed over the last 37 million years. There's not enough data to support his claim. He asserts that the truth is patently obvious.
There have been very few times that the series has managed to inspire fear and unease. Adrenaline rushes for sure, but truly horror-inducing moments were few and far between. Exploring the shell of the dead Reaper was probably the best example, though. Along the way, we discovered that even in death, a Reaper's power of mental manipulation can't really be stopped, resulting in the Cerberus researcher going insane.
It doesn't have to want to. It doesn't have to think about it. It just does. That's what Chundana didn't get.
Throw in hordes of lurking husks, and all of a sudden this mission becomes Dawn of the Dead in space. Of course, the cherry on top is the faithful meeting of everyone's favorite Geth, Legion.
Shepard, Commander.
Number 7, Noveria, Mass Effect.
So, how about getting me into the garage?
While you were working on Keen, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there.
On the hunt for Liara's mother, Shepard must cross Noveria's snowy summit. Reaching her is no easy feat, since you have to drive the Mako across the cliffs and overcome all manner of obstacles along the way, all of which pale to the challenge that lies ahead. Not only do we get a killer boss fight, but we also come face to face with the Rachni Queen. This results in one of the most important choices in the game for players: to spare the Queen at the risk of the Rachni race returning to power, or doom a tortured species to extinction. Number 6, Liam Kosta, All In, Mass Effect Andromeda.
Liam, you said to expect pirates. This is a catch ship. A big one.
Change of plan?
Sad to think that this one loyalty mission might just be the best thing to ever come out of Andromeda, and who would have guessed that it would belong to Mr. Boring himself, Liam. After one of his plans goes awry, he and Ryder find themselves trapped on a massive scavenger ship and must fight their way out. What's so surprising is just how fun the whole thing is. The environments keep shifting, the dialogue is snappy and funny, the pace never slows down, and of course, you can blame Kosta for the situation the whole time. Priceless.
Hiding in derelict cargo to get scavenged? Sure, we don't know what we're up against. Neither do they. Trojan horse simple.
Bad plan and metaphor.
Number 5, Priority Tuchanka, Mass Effect 3.
Shepard, keep them away from the females. I'll sort out what's happening with the other clans.
Over the course of the trilogy, we've seen the effects of the genophage, the bioengineered weapons slowly killing off the Krogan race. Now, we finally have a chance to end it. Teaming up with our old good buddy Rex and the very model of a scientist Solarian Morden, we have to fight our way to the tower known as the Shroud in order to disperse the cure. Along the way, we get to see the mother of all Thresher Maws take down a Reaper and go through one of the most heartbreaking moments in the whole franchise when Morden chooses to sacrifice himself to ensure the future of the Krogan race. Number 4, Citadel, Mass Effect 3, Citadel.
So, I should go.
So there's this whole thing about an evil clone of Shepard running around, but honestly, who cares about that? It's party time. In a beautiful farewell to the characters we've come to adore, this DLC allows players to choose how Shepard spends his or her shore leave. Do you invite everyone to your crib, the result of which are so pitch perfectly hilarious that you bust a gut? Or do you choose to spend time one-on-one with your chosen romance? Ooh.
So, tell me, think a girl would fall for that?
Oh, hell yes.
Whether you get crazy drunk with the whole crew or prefer to nuzzle down with the likes of Garrus or Tali, you'll still be welling up by the end of it all.
We've had a good ride.
The best.
Number 3, Virmire, Assault, Mass Effect.
Are you in charge here? What's the situation?
I'm Captain Kirahi, 3rd Infiltration Regiment STG. You and your crew have just landed in the middle of a hot zone. Every AA gun within 10 miles has been alerted to your presence.
By far the toughest decision that players had to face in the first game, Virmire served as the battleground where Commander Shepard was forced to make a fatal choice, which of his 2 crewmates to save.
There's gas pouring out all over the bomb site.
Can you hold them off?
There's too many. I don't think we can survive until you get here.
After becoming separated from Ashley and Kaidan during a skirmish with Saren, Shepard only has enough time to go back for one, leaving the other to their death. Depending on your attachment to each, this is a hell of a dilemma. While the death of teammates would later be refined in the sequels, it can't be denied that for newcomers, this was truly shocking. And just to make things more stressful, you could also lose Rex.
That's it. All this time, and that's all I get from you. How can you not see what this means to the Krogan?
Number 2, Lair of the Shadow Broker, Mass Effect 2, Lair of the Shadow Broker.
What kind of guns does this thing have?
It's a taxi. It has a fare meter.
Out of all the DLC this series has ever released, none have quite the same impact as Lair of the Shadow Broker. Teaming up with longtime companion Liara, players are thrust into a high-octane hunt for the elusive information juggernaut known as the Shadow Broker. Over the course of the mission, players have to play detective, drive a flying car at breakneck speed, engage in some truly challenging gun battles, and then fight across the outside of a spaceship during a cosmic lightning storm before finally bringing down the Broker himself. If your Shepard just so happens to be romantically interested in Liara, rejoice that their chemistry in this DLC is downright explosive.
Okay.
Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
My former partner's dead. This syndicate is now mine. I could not have done it without you.
I killed them because they deserved it. Now I'm placing you under arrest.
Even with Cerberus in ruins, you still think you can do this your way?
I'd expect you to say that. You never truly believed in us.
Number 1, Suicide Mission, Mass Effect 2.
Despite the danger, it's a great opportunity. The first human to take a ship through and survive.
It's finally time to travel into the belly of the beast and defeat the Collectors once and for all. But will you or your team survive to see it done?
Get them out of there. Hurry.
Not only is this final mission packed to the brim with challenging foes, including the climactic battle with a human Reaper, but there's also the very real possibility that if you make the wrong decision, your comrades will die. Who do you send into the vents? Who do you appoint as the co-leader? Whose biotics are strong enough to shield you from harm? There is truly no other Mass Effect experience quite like this one.
Human, you've changed nothing. Your species has the attention of those infinitely or greater. That which you know as Reapers are your salvation to destruction.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.